my thanks to all of you for coming and for the privilege of working with so many talented people dedicated to getting our country and the world out of the ruts we're in. Those ruts are pretty deep, as you all know, and getting us back on a more sustainable, productive path is likely to be the work of many hands and many years. In setting about that task, I can't imagine better company or more inspirational than the people in this room.
The center represents something increasingly rare in the world of journalism these days. Its focus is on reporting. Pure, ambitious, big reporting. The biggest, the heaviest subjects, the ones that so few news organizations have the resources or the courage to take on.
Stories that dig deep, involve travel, risk, spending time in a place. They're expensive to report, and they're a challenge for most newsrooms, as many of you know. But they're especially a challenge for freelancers. And yet freelancers are incredibly relied upon by media outlets, especially to bring those stories from off the beaten path. I don't need to tell this crowd that journalism faces many headwinds. The Pulitzer Center has come to occupy a crucial role within today's media ecosystem. I'll go so far as to say a lifeline for so much of the deep, nuanced reporting that we need today.
For those journalists, our partners in more than 80 countries around the world, the stakes have never been higher. Press freedom is slipping away before our eyes in the Philippines, Hong Kong, India, and Hungary, Poland, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, as new authoritarian and populist regimes and movements consolidate around the world and in the United States. In the past 2 years, our grantees have been shot, arrested, and beaten for reporting the news. They have also done some of their most transformative and consequential work.
A crucial part of bringing stories home is working with our news partners to bring the journalism and issues into local classrooms at the K-12, community college, and university levels. The aim is engaging students with issues that matter, of course, in classroom settings that I would argue are perhaps the last place in America where you can still reach people across the political spectrum and at least hope for constructive debate and discussion. 1619, of course, gave us plenty to debate and discuss.
People talk about the 1619 project as though it was merely a feat of analysis and opinion. In fact, it was a tremendous example of deep reporting into history and current American life. And it would have ended as simply a piece of fine journalism had the center not stepped in, created a lesson plan, made it available to thousands of teachers across the country. Jon, you and your team gave that project an ongoing life. As someone who grew up in a South that doesn't want to talk about this subject, I can say that your work here will change people deeply over time. We can't thank you enough.
We announced Emmy's Challenge, $12 million in total. In this room 5 years ago, I am pleased, so pleased, to announce tonight that as of this month, we have contributions and pledges in hand that will meet Emmy's Challenge. I cannot stress too much what an extraordinarily generous and important commitment this is. It gives us, the Pulitzer Center, the financial security that will help us weather the challenges ahead and will help make the Pulitzer Center a permanent platform in support, as Marina said, of journalism and education for the public good.
Everyone in this room has had a part in bringing this vision to life. I am proud to have the Pulitzer name associated with this work, and I know how much it would mean to my husband to see the best of the Pulitzer journalism tradition and its spirit of innovation so ably reflected by the Pulitzer Center today. I'm happy to join in celebrating all that you have done. Thank you.
So here's what I'd like to celebrate tonight. That there's an organization that helps ensure that stories that might originate far away or feel isolated from us get made, and that helps create ways for the public to engage with those stories. I want to celebrate that this organization has created a community where great journalism can actually thrive. This is not something that happens magically. It takes vision, dedication, and an amazing group of people. And they deserve a toast with the same gusto that they put into everything. Thank you to each one of them and to each one of you for being here tonight and being a part of this community. So here's to another 15 years with my invisible wine glass.